Hi, and welcome to the Azure SQL Championship. I'm Anna Hoffman, a data and applied scientist on the Microsoft Azure data team. And today I'm joined by my colleague, SQL expert, principal architect, Bob Ward.
Hi, Anna. Thanks. Everyone, welcome to the Azure SQL Championship. We're partnering with Pass to give you a chance to compete in 3 weekly challenges, to collect badges, and to enter to win some really cool prizes. We will also have daily quizzes with a leaderboard to show your knowledge off. These challenges are based on real customer scenarios because we want you to build skills useful in the real world for Azure. So if you're running SQL Server on premises and considering a move to Azure, it's a fun way to get started on your path to learning.
Wow, this sounds great. How do I sign up?
Well, Anna, it's a complimentary event and getting starting is real easy. Just register on this site as a new user. Once you're registered, you will receive additional information on the weekly challenges and daily quizzes that will start on October 12th. Participants must complete a web form to submit answers for our expert judging panel. Official rules are posted on this website with more info.
Cool. Now, Bob, what if someone is new to Azure SQL? Do you think they can still participate in these challenges?
Yeah, absolutely. Anna, we have been working a lot together on Azure SQL. So we have recently released content that will help beginners get introduced to Azure and also help SQL experts learn even more about the benefits of Azure SQL. Since SQL Server and Azure SQL share the same engine, learning about Azure SQL builds on what you already know about SQL Server. We have content available where you need it, whether it's a Microsoft Learning Path series, a 6-course Azure SQL Fundamentals learning path with built-in lab environments with a free Azure Sandbox used with your subscription to learn Azure. Maybe you like learning with videos. We have put together an amazing set of some 60 plus videos to help beginners learn more about Azure SQL. You can experience on-demand training through Microsoft Developer and Azure SQL playlists, either on YouTube or on Channel 9.
Wow, that's just a few resources. Bob, do you have any other hints or tips for our competitors?
Yeah, absolutely. Check out the Microsoft Learn modules at the bottom of each challenge page associated with the Azure SQL topic. They're going to provide you some helpful tips and information to compete and win.
Thanks, Bob. Now, as people start to think about our championship, I thought it would be important to kind of talk about Azure SQL a little bit more. Why do you see folks moving to Azure?
For a lot of customers I've talked to, it's just a logical next step. Whether you need to increase your capacity, take advantage of built-in high availability and disaster recovery, or just reduce your operational costs, Azure could be that move you need to make. And consider this, if you bring your existing SQL licenses to the cloud with Azure Hybrid Benefit, you could save a considerable amount of money in your future investments.
Awesome. Yeah, totally agree. Now, Bob, what does Azure SQL really mean? There's so many different offerings. Can you break it down for us?
Yeah, absolutely, Anna. Azure SQL is a term we introduced not long ago. And what it really means is a series of services in the cloud for SQL Server. We think Azure is the best cloud to run SQL Server. And it all starts with infrastructure as a service or SQL Server on Azure Virtual Machine. Now, this is perfect for the quickest way to get to the cloud because you're literally taking your SQL Server on-premises investments and running it in a VM in Azure. Now, we're going to take care of the host, the infrastructure, the storage, the networking. You're going to worry about the guest operating system and the SQL Server. But look at all the choices you get. You get any version of SQL you want, operating system choices such as Windows and Linux, and different versions of those that you can run SQL Server with. And it's perfect for the scenario where you need the full set of SQL Server functionality, but you get the best of Azure. We're going to give you things like managed backups and automated security updates, and the ability to integrate your solution in for Azure storage, Azure backup, things of that nature to make sure you have a full solution running in the cloud. Now, if you look from left to right, maybe you don't need the aspect of the entire virtual machine. You don't need access to the guest OS. You just need a SQL Server instance. You do need SQL Server instance functionality, such as SQL Agent or Service Broker or transactional replication. But you'd like platform as a service functionality. You'd like simplified deployment. You'd like a versionless SQL Server where you don't worry about patching anymore. Or you would love built-in high availability. How about Would you like us to build an always-on availability group for you by default just when you deploy something? That would be great. And that's what a managed instance can provide you. On the far right-hand side is Azure SQL Database, our most complete platform as a service offering. And we're going to give you more deployment options such as serverless or hyperscale. And we're going to take that platform as a service managed database capability even further. We're going to abstract you from the instance. You just worry about your database. Are you worried about index tuning? How about automatic tuning with built-in indexing capability? We can offer those things for you in Azure SQL Database. But if you look at these offerings here, you may think to yourself, do I have to learn a bunch of new stuff? Well, there's some things new in the cloud to learn, but this is still the SQL Server engine you know and love. So familiar tools and language are all there for you with all these options. But we give you the flexibility. You see here, you get the flexibility to deploy SQL wherever you need it.
Thanks, Bob. Now that we have an understanding of these different offerings, can you tell us a little bit more about some of the cost implications?
Absolutely. Not only can you do more with what you have, but you can also get more for performance or your money. Through Azure Hybrid Benefit, Azure SQL provides more value through leading price performance. GigaOM did a recent study, an independent research firm did this study and concluded a couple things. SQL Server on Azure Virtual Machine can be up to 3.6 times faster with costs up to 84% less than the competition. And you think about Azure SQL Database, it can meet those mission critical requirements for your application, but you can save up to 86% less than what you can do with the competition. Which Azure SQL offering is right for you? It really depends on your goals for migration, application performance, and high availability. In the weekly challenges, you're going to see these various options for both infrastructure as a service and platform as a service.
Thanks for watching, and good luck to all of our competitors. We're really looking forward to seeing your solutions to the various challenges and also seeing how you stack up on our leaderboard.
So let the championship begin.